Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. This is Lisa Warner. I am a teacher of self-healing and the author of The Simplicity of Self-Healing. And today I wanted to pose the question, you or cancer? Who is in the driver's seat? When we come into these physical bodies are our vehicles. There are vehicles for navigating in the physical dimensions. And each and every one of us is in charge of driving our own body. But when cancer is ruining our life, it is a clear indication that we have given up the controls. We have given up the driver's seat. And cancer or some other disease, the thing that is ruining our life, is now in charge of driving our vehicle. So if cancer or some other disease is ruining your life, it means that you are feeding your fear into that disease. You are feeding your power into that thing. You are giving it power over you. So the only reason that cancer has any power is because we feed it our own power. When I was facing that demon myself, I realized this thing seemed huge. This enemy seemed ginormous, and it was scary. And every day I was living in fear, trying to figure out what to do, what's going to happen. Is this thing going to get me? Until finally one day I realized, oh my God, I am feeding my power into something that I don't need to feed my power into. And the moment that I realized what was going on, I was able to take my power back. And you know what happened? The moment that I took my power back, all of that power that I had been feeding into this enemy, this cancer, making it huge, the moment that I took all my power back, all of my power came back. And guess what happened to the cancer? It disappeared. All the power, it was like I had been feeding my power in, like blowing up a big balloon. All of my power was going into making this balloon bigger and bigger and bigger. And suddenly, when I was able to flip it back around and take my power back, it was like the cancer, the balloon just deflated. It just went away because I was now in charge. The cancer had no more power over me. I took my power back. And I had full control, again, of my own vehicle. I realized I'm the one that's driving this vehicle. I don't need to let something else drive this vehicle. And I realized that the reason that cancer was here was because I had run over a bunch of potholes. I had knocked the wheels out of alignment, right? It's like, how many times have the wheels come off your life? Like, that's what happens. We get knocked out of alignment. So then we go to the mechanic, the doctor, and we go, what's wrong with me? And then they say, well, you have this thing and it's terrible and blah, and all of a sudden we get this diagnosis and it's scary. And the moment that diagnosis hits us, our power reverses and we go, oh my God, this thing, it's big, it's real. It's like, oh my gosh, it's going to take over. And it takes over the driver's seat right in that moment. We give our power away right in that moment. We believe that whatever that diagnosis is now the thing that's in control. That we now have to make our lives revolve around trying to fix that diagnosis. Aren't you tired of trying to fix something that seems to have power over you? If something is ruining your life, it is a clear indication that that thing, whatever it is, has taken over the driver's seat, and you have placed yourself in that passenger seat. You didn't do it on purpose, obviously. But you know what? It's a simple matter of taking the keys back. Get back in that driver's seat. See that you have all the power. There is nothing in this physical realm that has any power over any of us. The only reason things seem to have power over us is because we feed that thing with our own power. We empower the other thing. We empower that cancer. We empower that Parkinson's. We empower that Hashimoto's with our fear. And you know what fear is? False evidence appearing real. It's actually an illusion. It's a misperception on our part. We're not seeing it properly. We're seeing that that thing is in the driver's seat, that that thing is in control. Hey, Grace. Thanks for joining. Hey, if anybody's hopped on today and anybody has any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Happy to answer anything. But listen, we don't need to be feeding our fear to cancer anymore. We don't need to be empowering cancer or any other disease. Some simple shifts of awareness allow us to go from that passenger seat back into the driver's seat. We can take control of our own bodies once again. We don't have to fear these things. And our bodies, these vehicles that we have, they are self-healing vehicles. But they can't heal themselves when we're feeding our fear into the thing that appears to be in the driver's seat. The body cannot heal itself when we are fighting something with our fear and with our energy. We have to take the power back. The moment that we step back into that driver's seat and that we realize that we have control, then the body can heal itself. Then the body doesn't have to keep exhibiting the symptoms of where we have been sitting in the passenger seat. When we're in the driver's seat, the body follows our lead. The body follows our commands. But when we're sitting in the passenger seat, the body's on a wild ride because nobody's really in control of that steering wheel. Cancer's not really steering. It's just going on. We're on a bumpy road. People, wake up, wake up, wake up. We don't have to continue on this bumpy road of this scary ride of cancer anymore, or of any disease. Get back in the driver's seat. Empower yourself rather than empowering the disease. Stop feeding the disease. Take your power back. It's easy. You just have to realize that you're the one in control. You've got to be able to flip that energy around, flip that perception around. There's nothing that has any power over any of us unless we allow it to. So when you're ready to take the reins, when you are ready to step back into the driver's seat and take control, I'm here for you. This is what I do. Are you ready? Let's eradicate cancer and all these other diseases. We don't need to live with them any longer. Let's learn how to let our bodies heal themselves. It's what they do. It's their job. Let's let the body do its job. Right? Who's with me? All right. When you're ready to stop living in fear, when you're ready to stop going on that roller coaster ride, shoot me a private message. I'll be more than happy to show you how you can get back in the driver's seat. All right. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. Until next time, create for yourselves a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.